It's so unfair that the British have the chance and the freedom to exit the European Union without the rest of the Union coming to their doorstep to bring war and to massacre them and to try to exterminate them. But this is what has happened to the Biafrans, because the Biafrans didn't have the chance to exit the Nigerian state, even at the end of the failure of the Nigerian state to go on with the agreement they had in Aburi, Ghana. And we talk about this European Union and the Brexit, because they had an agreement, and it started with the peace deal, and the peace deal is supposed to contain peace within the European continent to avoid any form of war on the European soil. So it started with a peace treaty, and from the peace treaty they moved on to the trade agreement. From the trade agreement, they added the movement of people. So obviously the last item of movement of people did not go down well with the British, and they had the chance and they had the freedom to exit after this long period of negotiations, this long period of political ups and downs in Britain, and even two prime ministers falling short. And now they have exited the European Union, and they still have a period of implementation, which is going to be from now to 31st of December. And they are just doing this with all freedom. Nobody is standing in their way. Why can't we have this in Nigeria, people? How you are doing? Happy Sunday to you all. Welcome back to this very day, the 2nd of February 2020. So obviously there's a synchrony there, 2222. So I hope that you are happy to be here. I am happy to be here. Happy Sunday to you all. And yeah, I want to say thank you to all my viewers, to all my subscribers. I really appreciate your support for me on this channel. And if you are new here, please do not hesitate to join us here at the Blessed Home YouTube channel. Subscribe, guys, subscribe, and you are not going to regret doing so. When you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get to know when I upload a new video. In my last video, I was talking about the president being called upon by a senator in the Nigerian Senate to resign, and I'm of the opinion that not just the president should resign, all the politicians should resign, because they have failed us. They have not done what they are supposed to do, and they have put us in all this suffering in all these years, and there are so many things going on to the detriment of the people. And so if Britain can be able to leave the European Union without war, without any consequences that will lead to bloodshed, I think it is unfair that the Biafrans are continuing to be forced to remain in Nigeria. The Biafrans have made it clear that we believe we can self-determine. Is the right that God has given to all humans, self-determination, that we can determine our own future, that our future will not be determined by strangers, by people who hate us, by people who try to exterminate us, and that we can hold our leaders more accountable. We'll make our own laws, and we'll be able to hold our own leaders accountable, not giving them the opportunity to be saying that they are looking up to people from the north or from the center, that the responsibility falls on their feet, and if they fail, they have nothing to look back to, and they have nowhere to shift the blame. So this is what we are calling for. As Bri exit, so there be Biafra exit. Enough is enough. So, in conclusion, all we are calling for is Biafra exit, just like the Brexit. Just like the Brexit negotiated their exit from the European Union, this is what the Biafrans want now. We don't want another war, because the war was brought onto our doorpost, not because we wanted it. We did not declare war on anybody. Our fathers, our mothers, they did not declare war on anybody. But the war was brought on their doorstep, and they just had to defend themselves against that onslaught. So we are saying there's no need for this onslaught, and everybody can see that the suffering is too much. The suffering is too much. Look at it now. You can't immigrate even to the US. You can't escape anymore. But it's the common man that is going to be suffering all these things, because the political elite, they are still going to be able to travel. So the only way we can stop all these things is to follow the ways that the European Union have negotiated the the exit of the country that is not content with the agreement or with what has happened within the European Union. Just like the Biafrans are not happy with what is happening in Nigeria. Everything that is happening in Nigeria now has happened before, and the killing and nonchalant attitude of the ruling elite, and not trying to protect lives and properties of the citizens. And you know, there has been this agreement, just like the European agreement, that they have all this peace treaty. We had this peace treaty in Aburi, Ghana, but the Nigerian state reneged on this treaty, which is what has brought us back to here. So instead of us to be thinking of politics and talking about APC and PDP, we need to go back to the drawing board. Now is the time to, you know, press the button, factory reset, and let there be a new negotiation. So the Biafran should be given the terms to exit. But I'm glad that the Yoruba ethnic nations, they are waking up, because up until now, the Yoruba nation has been the glue that is holding down Nigeria. But in my next video, I'm going to show you the efforts that the Yoruba people are making to see to it that we go back to the drawing board to allow the ethnic nations in Nigeria to be giving back their sovereignty. So stay tuned, and please don't forget to watch the other video. I'll put the link here where I talked about the president resigning, but not only him, but all the other politicians, because it just kind of interconnects with this one. So I'll see you very soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.